In this lesson, we'll take a look at message tracking logs, searching by sender or recipient email address. So again, we are looking at the get message tracking log commandlet, and we have the sender and recipients parameters that we can use as well in our message tracking log searches. So these are pretty straightforward. You just put in a full email address. So for example, Alan Reed as the sender. Oops. There we go. Simple as that. So searching the server CDX3 for log entries where the sender is Alan Reed. And by the same token, we can also do a message tracking log search where one of the recipients is Alan Reed. Get the server name right this time. And there's some results there as well. Now let's say we want to do a search by sender and recipient, so that's no problem at all. We can have a look for this particular example of a message sent by Chris to Alan. So we say get message tracking log where the sender is Chris, and I'll just show you what happens if we use an incomplete sender address. Make sure I search CDX3. Specified proxy address is invalid. It's not a valid SMTP address. So when you're doing these searches, you always need to specify a fully formatted or a valid SMTP address. Now, what if you don't know the full email address in question? So someone may have told you or requested that you look for messages sent by a particular person to anyone at another company where you only know the domain name. Well, if you can't do a partial string for the sender and recipients parameters, you can still filter using partial matches if you use the where object commandlet. So we'll just go back to the example of where recipients are Alan Reed. Now I will take that out, make sure I get the full result size, capture that into a variable. Okay, so we've got all these messages from CDX3. That is in fact all of the messages on the server. So what we can do is say messages where sender match, and we do a partial match on Alan Reed. There we go. And of course we can combine these searches by sender, for example, Alan Reed. On server CDX3, and we'll just say from start date, get date, add hours, just in the last 12 hours. So you can combine these sender or recipient filters with start finish dates as well, or start and end dates I should say, and further narrow those searches down. So that's message tracking logs, searching by sender and recipients. That's actually pretty straightforward, not too difficult to use. And what we'll do next is have a look at searching by subject line.